GB2 capital G here, checking out the brand new RaidRaptor Link monster that just got revealed. This is of course coming out of the Link Frames Pack 2, and even though I'm not like some RaidRaptor enthusiast or huge fan or anything like that, I will say that I personally believe that RaidRaptors are one of the most deserving archetypes in the game to get a Link monster, because when you look at their bread and butter, their like best opening under Master Rule 3, it was of course to summon 2 copies of Force Tricks, and you know, they'd kind of power each other up. You'd get 2 searches, and it would be like a defensive wall that you would set up for your opponent to have to deal with. But under Master Rule 4, they just couldn't do that anymore, and even with cards like Wee Witch's Apprentice, it just was incredibly difficult. But now that they have their own dedicated Link monster that helps the deck out immensely, I think RaidRaptors are going to start making a little bit of noise, because a lot of people are saying that this is actually the best card in the entire Link Frames Pack 2, and I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty damn incredible. I'm surprised Konami put so much effort into this new Ruri Link monster. So let's go ahead and check out RaidRaptor Wise Tricks. This is a Link 2 monster. It's Wing Beast Dark Attribute. You expected all of that. 1400 attack, which is actually pretty damn decent if I say so myself. It points to the bottom left and to the bottom right, and it requires 2 Dark Wing Beast monsters to summon, thus making this card pretty much only being able to be summoned in RaidRaptors or Blackwings, which I'll talk about Blackwings in a little bit. Now, the first effect says if this card is Link summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 Dark Wing Beast monster from your deck in defense position, but it cannot be used as Link material. Also, its effects are negated. If a RaidRaptor Exceed monster's effect is activated, you can set 1 rank up magic spell directly from your deck, but and if it is a quick play spell, it can be activated this turn. That's actually pretty damn good. Both of the effects are hard once per turn, so that was the second effect. So man, people were not lying. This is really one of the best cards in the set. This might be the best card in the entire Link Frames Pack 2. I actually think that Wise Tricks is quite comparable to something like Crystron Needle Fiber, just a much healthier and balanced version of Needle Fiber, if you ask me. I love the fact that you put 2 monsters in and you're getting 2 monsters out, and I think it makes it not only easier to get to another copy or to get to your first copy of something like RaidRaptor Force Tricks, because you will have 2 monsters on field. If you have any extenders at that point, you just drop another level 4 and boom, you got your Force Tricks. But it also makes something like RaidRaptor's Nest, which is kind of like their Rhoda, that requires you to have 2 face-up RaidRaptor monsters on the field. Well, this card is 2 monsters basically, because you summon 1 from the deck, so it makes that card incredibly live as well. One really cool thing about the RR archetype, right, is even though that it's Exceed based, it actually kind of works well with Link summoning, because cards like Mimicry Lanius and Fuzzy Lanius, they float when they go to the graveyard. I think the 3 best RR main deck monsters are probably Vanishing, Fuzzy, and Mimicry, because they either help you extend to, you know, instantly get 2 monsters on the field, or they kind of float when they go to the graveyard, or they might actually do both in Fuzzy Lanius's case. I also like the fact that you can now just get to any RaidRaptor rank up spell that you want, and a lot of people probably have forgotten the potential of something like rank up Magic Soul Shade Force. I mean, that's a card where if you did have a Force Tricks in your graveyard, you could actually summon Cyber Dragon Infinity with the card, and that's amazing because, you know, Cyber Dragon Infinity hits the board, that's negation, sucks up one of your opponent's monsters, but it really wasn't like consistent. But now that, you know, your Wise Tricks not only facilitates you getting Force Tricks on the board easier, but it also will instantly search your Soul Shade Force. It'll put it on the board as soon as you activate Force Tricks' effect. Now you have both of your pieces instantly on the field in the same exact turn. That play is going to be way more consistent, so I feel like all RaidRaptor players should be running Cyber Dragon Infinity once you get this card. I think that if I was going to run another rank up magic, it would probably be Skip Force. I think that that's always been a pretty solid card. Plus, it also summons one of your RR Exceed monsters back from the graveyard, so that's actually pretty good. And one of the things that I like most about Wise Tricks, this will probably be the last thing I touch on, is even if you don't have any of your extenders, even if you can't get to, you know, a copy of Force Tricks, or you don't have like RaidRaptor's Nest, you still can use something like you can use Cattle Call, right? You can use Cattle Call, send whatever RaidRaptor you summon from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can go into like Ultimate Falcon, and what you can do is you can rank your Ultimate Falcon up into something like 7 sins, and then that monster is 4,000 attack. Won't be able to do any damage to your opponent that turn, but you have a 4,000 attack monster on field that is protected from card destruction and battle destruction, which is pretty hard to take down a 4,000 attack monster in battle anyway. So I would probably even consider running, I don't know, maybe like a Cattle Call or 2 in the deck, because you're instantly going to have that card live as soon as you activate the Wise Tricks effect. This is probably a 3 of in the deck, depending on space, because, you know, RaidRaptors run so many different Exceed monsters. Maybe you can get away with 2, but the card is absolutely amazing, and I saw a lot of RaidRaptor players who were like, I'm actually in tears because this card is so good. And actually, the real last thing that I'll talk about is actually how this card works with Blackwings. The memes have already started. Right now, this is, to me, it's kind of like the unofficial Blackwing Link monster. Obviously, Blackwings can summon this. They are dark wing beasts just like double R's, and really, when you think about it, the fact that the monster that's summoned can't be used for Link material doesn't matter for Blackwings, because obviously they're synchro based. And if I was going to use this or something like Wee Witch's Apprentice, I'll obviously take this because it summons a monster from my deck. So with Blackwings, I can continue like synchro summoning, and I get those same exact monster zones open. So this card is just significantly better in Blackwings than what you're running right now. So whatever you guys think of the new RaidRaptor Wise Tricks, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.